Good evening. I'm Neman Indalembetigi of the Fiji Sun. Welcome to Fiji's only TV editorial show. In my say this week, I will be talking about the choice that the opposition parties must make. The opposition parties must make a choice. Either it's politics of the past or politics of the future. If they read the writing on the wall, so to speak, in last year's general election, it was clear that the politics of the past will not win them elections. It is not a winning formula. So Delpa MP and lawyer Niko Nawaikula keeps talking about 2006, but he conveniently leaves out 1987 and 2000. His selective references to the past mirrors his myopic view of the challenges facing all Fijians. His advocacy of the Fiji Native Tribal Congress policies is a feeble attempt to push for the return of the Great Council of Chiefs as part of the Itoke group rights. It is common knowledge that the Great Council of Chiefs was a creation of the British colonialists who used it to control the Itoke because of their traditional loyalty to their chiefs. After independence, it became a hotbed for politics for chiefs to launch and prop up their political ambitions. The council was a toothless tiger, and it did not achieve much for the ordinary Itoke. If you ask your ordinary Itoke to give an honest answer of whether they miss the GCC, the majority will say no. This is because even when the GCC existed, the ordinary Itoke did not see or receive any tangible evidence of direct benefits. It was perceived as a social club for the elites and their hangers-on, talking about many issues but achieving little. How many times did the GCC talk about the economic and education gap between the Itoke and Indo-Fijians? Many times. But papers from education experts were presented. The setting up of a scholarship unit to cater for the Itoke while he did produce graduates failed to realize its full potential because in a way it encouraged mediocrity more than excellence. Besides, there hasn't been a proper audit to assess the success or failure rate. The Itoke cannot continue in this direction because in the long term, it will manifest itself in the quality of service they deliver. Under the new system, the National Topper Scheme entails, based on equal opportunities, the Itoke are able to measure themselves against the national standards. In the long term, it will raise standards and produce quality graduates. This will in the long term mean quality and excellent service when they enter the job market, which will benefit the country. The Itoke must seize this opportunity, make the necessary adjustments, and go for it. The notion that the Itoke cannot compete and perform on a level playing field is a fallacy. It's an insult to those Itoke who have achieved and made a name for themselves in the academic and professional world. The Itoke must do away with the handout mentality, the mediocrity fostered by preferential treatment, low self-esteem, and defeatist attitude. They must start by creating the environment where the young people can be motivated to study and work hard in a cultural setting. It may require some profound changes to cultural practices in order to prioritize education. Again, it raises the question about hanging on to past practices which have become irrelevant to modern needs, or changing to capitalize on new opportunities. It is often said that a vibrant culture is one that continually evolves to keep abreast of modern changes. This is what Mr. Nawaikula and his FNTC group need to be focusing on, instead of spending too much time and resources pursuing abstract ideas that do not mean much to the average Itoke, who now must face the current economic realities. A political ideology that seems to live in a foreign land and couched in complicated legal language does not mean much to the ordinary Itoke. What means to them is to be able to enjoy equal opportunities so that their children can enjoy the best education and health, stable employment or business, and become participants in a growing economy. That won't happen if we keep going back to the past and resurrecting the very issues that caused deep divisions in our communities. We should have learned from those painful experiences and now declare, never again. Let's leave the past in the past. Let's start on a new journey into the future of hope, peace, stability, unity, and prosperity. I am Neman Indalembetigi, and that was my say this week. For more of my views, you can read the Fiji Sun. See you next week.